Okay, today is Thursday the 20th, and this is the trading plan for today. We were discussing yesterday coming up into this range between this 5 point range in here between 62 and 67. And throughout the course of the day yesterday, it traded between both support and resistance. Early in the day, once we got up in here to resistance, we were able to put the 60 puts on. Throughout the course of the early afternoon, the market moved to the downside. I was able to roll these things out. I sold the 160s for a profit and financed the purchase of a 50 put. And then a little bit later, as it started to it went back up, and very late in the day came back down into support here, put on some 75 calls. So that initial move to the downside, the profits for that financed most of that position. Not all of it, but most of it. So we had a strangle going in. Established by the end of the day with 75 calls and 50 puts. Starting out the day this morning, the market has moved to the downside with the overnight action, and that's what I like about the options. You can set these positions on and then wait for this thing to break in either direction. This really could have gone either way. I did, however, have a bias to the downside, but the way in which the market put in these tops in here just failed every time it got near resistance, very similar to what we did before. So it's somewhat of a boundary there. So for that reason, I had a predisposition towards the downside. So we'll see how this pans out this morning. The objective for the trade is to get down here to this 35. We'll see how this market opens this morning. Anything above this area here will take profits on this 50 and reestablish puts to the downside. But let's see how this continues to move to the downside. We might just reach our objective down here to 35 for this triangle. Obviously, the 75 calls will be essentially worthless, but it did give us an insurance policy going into today.